American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as this skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Still running at the 40. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. He wants to change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the big fella. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Noles want to move quickly.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Noles are marching down the field.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
It's complete to the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Grass.
Wants to go up top. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Seminoles will go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there, and the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
The give out of the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Hart. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. All by himself down the middle. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State.
That quarterback's in zone coverage. They have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Hart. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. The quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal.
There he goes! Down to to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Music now. Music now.
Wants to go up top on first down. Bring in the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the run, it's Thomas. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
We'll send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Trying to barrel in. And they'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Chop, they're bringing the noise on third down at the dope.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted in house, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense. But the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off play action on first down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Thomas. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Going for it all. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so
wide open spaces. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, reason this offense is so dangerous, Reese, they've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Knowles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for room. It's Moncrief. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he tacked on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Look at this Bulldog offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. It's a reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play. They're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Hart. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it to the right side. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
A first down run on the doorstep. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
A little bit inside, a little bit outside. Nice job. Hey, keep them guessing, right? You run it up the middle to keep them honest. Now toss it on the perimeter. Make them set the edge on the outside with their defensive ends. They don't do a good job here. Nice positive gain. Now let's go get 7.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone.
Touchdown, no! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Hart. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game, and they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted, but they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. You always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's throwing interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this.
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
First down for the offense.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw its heart. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Thomas. Finding an escape route. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. And they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and short kick. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The first snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Fires to the big fella. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He says a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins, and you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw downfield late. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job at the back end.
Off the play fake. Fires left. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Hart. Throws to the tight end. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. These teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.